Hey everyone, Sage here, and welcome to another video. To anyone who's new here, and just anyone in general, this video is taking a new route from my usual old stuff. As I have explained before, I've been wanting to expand my content and work on other types of projects. So let's get to it before this intro drives you guys away. We all remember those old frame-by-frame memes that made up most of our childhoods, and the pusher meme is one of the more common ones. Apparently a lot of them took an edgy route, so people were loving this video, which I took some inspiration from but also added some stuff of my own which you guys also requested on this poll. My process was very wonky, as I had planned to sketch in Ibis Paint's animation feature, trace it on a bigger canvas, then use CapCut to put the frames and audio together. But after some research, I've decided to sketch and import the laughing frames into ToonSquid for better management of the animation. Yes, the video does lack in some areas, and I'll admit I was a bit lazy and rushed, like always, but I placed as much effort as I needed in what really mattered, the characters laughing and pictures of their struggles. You can find out more about their lives once I get my webtoon rolling. So, we'll be starting with Vedetta, the first OC that appears on screen. While I wasn't thinking too hard when making their designs, I'll try to explain my thinking for each character. There is a lot to cover when it comes to them individually and their symbolism, which I focus most on when making something. This OC's name is Vedetta Leora. He's like the glue of the trio, or quartet, whenever Harper is around. He's a very sociable extrovert and the best friend of Jeanette, basically adopting her into the group like how most extroverts do. Even when he has mutuals from all over the school, Vedetta sticks with his main group and makes sure two of them don't start some war against each other. I made Vedetta's laughing look more like an energetic sweetheart by making it look like he's trying to cover his mouth after hearing a joke from someone beside him. But to reflect their lore, I try to find places in the song that would fit an image to flash on the screen. Why Vedetta wears a scarf and just seemingly baggy clothing is to cover up the burns he had gotten when he was younger. Quoted from this post, he lost his dog and failed to save her from the fire while also getting huge burns on his back and arms. The art is old, but I continue to acknowledge it whenever I draw him and write more about what has happened. I kept the drawing similar to the old one, using their current appearance to reflect trauma they all still have to remember. But in my webtoon, which I'm still planning, you'll see how things go for them. Now on to the next OC, this is Jeanette Spicule. She's the prankster of the group and loves scary paranormal and witchcraft. She's also very big on animals, reminding me of a fusion of Stan and Damien, as she was formerly made as a South Park character for a discontinued project from this group of creators. She was drawn to be laughing very hard, a habit she likely picked up from all the pranks she has pulled and the amount of horror movies she likes to watch. I'll admit, I had to look up references for her and Cypress because I wasn't sure what kind of pose to use. But I feel the way Jeanette laughs is similar to how I do. I'm a very giggly type of person, quite similar to Jeanette when she's off collecting whatever witchcraft-related stuff she can find. I had originally planned for her part of the animation to be about how she was bullied by Cypress when she first transferred from being homeschooled. But I felt it didn't need to follow a chronological timeline and went with what would eventually affect her the most. So I went ahead and drew an image of her in the dark, back leaned against the wall, and tears streaking past her face. If you look closely, you can see she has taken off her star necklace and has writing on her arms. Those writings are sigils, a type of symbol that has a specific intention or desire. For her, she had written them to cage the feelings she has for Vedetta, ones that developed over time to haunt her. The writings say stop constantly, we're just friends, and it's not a crush. As she continues to ignore interactions with him, she's faced with something much worse than smudges on her arms. And finally, here's Cypress Amar, the athletic volleyball player and track runner who's secretly a nerdy bookworm theater kid. His design is, I'd argue, more plain than the others. I did draw him in quite a rush when I first wanted to make a trio. But I feel this could fit his character, going with the flow of how everyone else wants him to be. With that, he ignores his own wands and shows up to school wearing clothes that help him move easier if he were to do any type of PE activity. And yes, I can see the pattern of me drawing pants that has a type of jean or cargo pants design, and I'll try to work on that and add more variety to my drawings, and just style in general. Cypress was drawn to be more chill than the others, an exterior he keeps up most of the time. It's shown that he's listening to someone else before adding a remark, likely in a snarky or teasing tone. Because I was unsure what pose to use for him, I ended up having to squeeze him into the final part somehow without covering him or Vedetta and Jeanette. I also wanted to have Vedetta be in the middle, as it seems fitting for Cypress and Jeanette to crowd around him instead of standing next to each other. After all, they hate each other. In his drawing, it shows him running on the track field from dawn till dusk, or at least that's how I intended it to be. As he's running, Cypress is shown to be balancing a volleyball on his finger and reading what is likely class or homework. This reflects the pressure of being on two sports teams while wanting to focus more on academics. From this, you can see bags under his eyes, the background symbolizing time passing while he pushes himself to meet all expectations. It's not as impactful as how I wrote the others, but it's definitely something many people can relate to. Okay, I'm done reading the script. This is already sounding very horrible. That should be all for the characters, and yeah, that's mainly it for now. I'm just gonna say I drew Jeanette's eyes way too big in one of the transitions, and I should not have added that white border because it looks so out of place. Damn. But at least the ending drawing is... Yeah, no, I really like the ending drawing. It's pretty nice. I need to work on my art style, though. That's the thing. It's gonna take a while for that webtoon to come out. I'm so sorry, guys. Also, I need to get used to using Toon Squid. Like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm so sorry. Also, yeah, you guys will get to see more of Harper. I have planned stuff for a lot of, the characters and general projects I've been really wanting to work on, so. Okay, switching back to the script for one last minute. I am considering switching over to Toon Squid as a sort of editor/animation app, as I've heard the tools there are very useful, but I'll stick to Ibis Paint to draw. So if you see another process video like this, there might be a chance that it'll be less complicated than what you're seeing me do. I have a lot more small information, so if you guys are interested in learning more about my characters, follow my Instagram for general artwork, like and subscribe, and thank you lots for the support. Thank you. Off the script again, but yeah, I'm trying to revive this channel if possible. But again, just thank you so much for your support. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been so long, like, oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, this is the final bye. I'm so sorry. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. See you guys again I keep messing up my wording. Even while reading the script. Okay. Alright. I'll try not to apologize too much. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.